Panasonic Lumix DC ZS200 is a pocketable travel camera with a 1-inch sensor, which is built around a long-ranging 15x 24 to 360mm equivalent lens. While the long zoom is a major selling point, the ZS200 has plenty of other tricks up its sleeve too. Its sensor is large for a camera in this class, which means better image quality than your average compact. 5-axis stabilization helps keep pictures sharp, even at the long end of the zoom. The ZS200 features a variation of Panasonic's depth from defocus autofocus technology, which ensures impressively fast focus acquisition in most situations. While far from being an action camera, the ZS200's maximum frame rate of 10 frames per second makes it useful for capturing quick, candid moments. As well as 20 megapixel stills, the ZS200 can also capture 4K and HD video, and Panasonic's 4K photo feature makes it possible to shoot 8 megapixel still frames at a rate of up to 30 per second. Built-in Wi-Fi and low-energy Bluetooth make it easy to get images off the camera and onto your phone. For more information about the Panasonic Lumix DC ZS,
the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II offers improvements over its predecessor, making it more comfortable for shooting while maintaining its compact size and capable performance. The G7X II is built around a 1-inch type CMOS sensor, giving it better image quality than a small sensor compact camera or a smartphone. The built-in lens is a fast f1.8 to 2.8 24 to 100mm zoom, providing a lot of reach and decent low-light capabilities in a small package. The tilting touchscreen LCD makes it easy to set up and take your shots from any angle, making it ideal for selfies or street photography. The image quality, especially color rendition, is excellent on the G7X II. Its fast burst shooting enables you to capture the action. The grip is comfortable in the hand, and the control ring around the lens can be set to smooth or clicky, making it useful for both photo and video shooting. Our criticisms of the G7X II are a relatively disappointing battery life and slightly mushy fine details in JPEGs. Overall, the Canon G7X II is a well-designed enthusiast compact camera that can capture good quality photos and videos. This pocketable camera is a significant improvement over its predecessor and sits near the top of its class. For more information about the Canon G7X II and all things photographic, head
100V is a fixed-lens compact camera built around an equivalent 35mm f2 lens. The 5th generation in the popular X100 series, the X100V boasts redesigned optics and some meaningful physical upgrades over its predecessors. In addition to the classic styling and enthusiast-friendly ergonomics, the V adds a tilting screen, improved autofocus, and powerful video features. The X100V uses the same 26-megapixel APS-C format CMOS sensor as Fujifilm's current high-end ILCs, and the same highly effective hybrid autofocus system. To make the most out of its new higher-resolution sensor, the X100V features a redesigned lens, with an additional aspherical element. This has led to significant improvements in cross-frame sharpness and close-up performance. Despite the new optics, the X100V is still compatible with the same wide and teleconverters sold alongside previous X100 series models. Thanks to the superior sharpness of the new lens, image quality with the converters attached has also improved. From an operational point of view, the biggest change to the X100V compared to earlier generations is the addition of touch sensitivity and a tilting mechanism to the rear LCD screen. This makes the camera much more versatile, both for waist-level shooting and for video work. Speaking of video, features like 4K 30p recording with the option of 8-bit F-log capture represent the best in the class, and a major upgrade compared to previous generations of the X100 series. With a filter attached to the front of the camera, the X100V is also now rated as weather-sealed. For more information on the Fujifilm X100V, visit dpreview.com. Style, APS-C format, mirrorless interchangeable lens camera. Built around a 26-megapixel sensor, the XS10 offers a very photographer-friendly user interface, including a generous grip and a more conventional control layout than many of Fujifilm's previous X-series cameras. Its sensor is stabilized and offers a benefit of between 5 and 6 stops, depending on the lens. Images can be composed either using the 2.36 million dot OLED electronic viewfinder or the fully articulating, touch-sensitive rear LCD. Despite its mid-range positioning, the XS10 is a fast and responsive camera, offering continuous shooting at up to 20 frames per second with autofocus, and 30 frames per second with a 1.25 times crop. As well as stills, the XS10 can also be used to shoot 4K and HD video, with support for F-Log, 8-bit 420 internal recording, 10-bit 422 external recording, and the company's popular Eterna color profile. Sockets are provided for a microphone and headphones. Aimed at both enthusiasts and first-time mirrorless ILC buyers, the XS10 offers features adopted from higher-end Fujifilm cameras in a compact and user-friendly body. For more information on the Fujifilm XS10,
the Panasonic Lumix DC LX100 is a 17 megapixel enthusiast zoom compact camera with a 24-75mm equivalent f1.7 to 2.8 lens. It uses up to around 85% of the area of a 4/3 sensor to give a choice of aspect ratios without narrowing the field of view. The LX100 uses the same Leica DC lens as the original LX100. It also shares the same design, including dials for shutter speed and exposure compensation, plus a ring for adjusting the aperture. A custom control ring can also be found around the lens. The LX100 has a 1.24 million dot touchscreen LCD on the rear, and also features a 2.76 million dot equivalent electronic viewfinder. It can shoot continuously at 5.5 frames per second with continuous autofocus, or 11 frames per second with AE and AF locked. It can also capture UHD 4K video. Panasonic's latest picture styles are also available, including the high contrast L monochrome D mode. The relatively large sensor and bright lens helps the LX100 provide a level of image quality that's hard to match in such a small camera. For more information on the Panasonic Lumix DC LX100 visit dpreview.com.